everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new. Today I'm going to be talking about some products in my collection that I still love, but I haven't used in a while, and I just really need to remind myself to reach for them again and continue to use them. So I'm sure that there's more products that kind of fit in this category than what I'm going to mention today, but I'm hoping that this will just kind of give me the little push to reach for these in my collection. So let's go ahead and jump into it. I'm not really going to go in any particular order other than this first one. This first product is really what kind of inspired this video, and it is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. I have thought about filming this video several times now, and this is always the product that comes to mind first. And then today I actually posted a picture of this on my Instagram, and I just felt like this was the perfect time to film this video. So I actually want to talk about this and the Glowish skin tint from Huda, or like Glowish by Huda, together, because I use these as very similar products, but I haven't reached for them lately. And I think that's because I've been into more of like a satin matte kind of finish, a little bit less of like the super dewy sort of look, and that's kind of what I get out of these products. But I really want to use them again because every time I use them, I love the effect that they give my makeup, and I just need to reach for them some more. The other foundation that I had in this kind of category is actually the Flower Light Illusion foundation. I recently picked this up. I have used like 3 bottles of this in the past, but I picked this up more recently in the lighter shade. And then I tried some other new foundations, and I felt like I just kind of forgot about this one there for like a month. So I really need to reach for this one some more too, because I really love it. So I just kind of wanted to remind myself of this one too, because it's so nice. It's also a little bit more on the dewy side. Depending on what you use with this product, I actually feel like you can make it a little bit more of like a satin finish or a glowy finish. So I actually really like that about this product. Also, as I'm filming this, I actually posted a video today about the REM concealer, and I've had this on all day now. I wasn't able to do a very long wear test in that video, but if you're curious, I did not touch up my under eyes. I did put a little bit of powder on my nose just now before filming because my makeup had kind of like wiped off, but I put my makeup on this morning at about 7 or so, and it is 10 o'clock now at night. So this is a pretty good wear test if you're curious about the concealer. I did set it down with a pressed powder from CoverGirl. I feel like it wore very nicely, kind of standard for what a concealer would wear. And just a quick updated thought after wearing it today. When I first put it on this morning, I felt like I didn't like it. And then as the day went on, I feel like it's nice. So I think it's that kind of formula where like you give it an hour and you're gonna like it. Side note over, let's talk about the next product in this video though. This is the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Hydrating Primer. This is a hydrating makeup grip primer, which typically you don't have both of those found in one primer in my opinion. So this is a really unique primer because of that, but I felt like I was just kind of wanting to focus on my ColourPop Pretty Fresh primer. I was trying to use that one up. And then I've also really been enjoying a new one from NYX to my collection. So I feel like I just kind of forgot about this one for a minute, but I really like this primer. So I definitely need to reach for it. It feels like it's pretty close to being empty, like maybe this much product is left in it. So I really do need to pick this back up and probably go ahead and use it up soon. Let's jump to a lipstick. I actually wore this lipstick yesterday, and I was thinking about how I have not worn this in quite a while. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lipstick, and this used to be my go-to like everyday lipstick, and then I've been kind of obsessed with the Fenty refillable lipstick in Mother Lova, and then the Ulta Beauty one in 332. I feel like I've been reaching for those over this one for like my everyday lipstick, so I really need to reach for this more. I mean, you can probably tell how much I really do like this lipstick. Part of me wants to see if I could pan it, but also I think I'd get kind of bored of panning a bullet lipstick because it's not as effortless to like reapply without a mirror or anything like that during the day. Because the reason I'm able to pan like glosses or something is because I can put it on my desk at work, and then every time I see it, just like apply a little bit of it, because otherwise I don't remember to reapply my lip product. But if I have to have a mirror and it's like a whole thing to apply it, I don't really do that. But this one, I really do love the color of it, and I definitely need to reach for it more. Some more lip products. One set is what I have on right now. I just put it on before filming, but these are the lip duos from Revolution and Soph. I love these so much. Obviously, I have the deeper one on right now, but I really love both of them, yet I feel like I don't use them as much as I should because I don't want to run out of them. And I really hate having that mindset because makeup does expire. So if I'm loving something, I should use it. My preferences do kind of frequently change. So maybe in, another 6 months, I'm not really going to want to reach for these. So I need to reach for them like every day right now because I love them. So I think that these are awesome. I love them because the lip liners to me are really long lasting. They last on lips so well, and most of your pigmentation is coming from the lip liners where you can kind of top it with this nice glossy sort of finish, but the color itself isn't going to transfer everywhere because the creamy products in it, like the crayons, are not so pigmented. So I just feel like this is such a smart idea, and I really like these duos a lot. Really need to use those more because before today, I couldn't tell you the last time I wore the deep duo, so I really need to use them more. Let's talk about one cheek product in each category. It just kind of worked out that way, but this is a blush. This is from Etude House, and it is their lovely cookie blusher in the shade Ginger Honey Cookie. Now, this is a blush where every single time I wear it, I love how it looks, but I feel like it's a little bit overlooked in my collection just because it is so basic and so neutral that I find myself reaching for my more special blushes, I guess. This is just such like a staple blush that sometimes I forget about it, which is not good. But I'm reminding myself about it in this video, and I'm definitely going to try and reach for it more because I really do like how this one looks. A bronzer that I was like obsessed with for a while there and then now have just not reached for in I don't even know how many weeks, maybe once in the last several weeks. This is the e.l.f. Primer Infused Bronzer in Forever Sun-Kissed. I was using this so often there for quite a while. And then I feel like I've tried so many new bronzers and especially cream bronzers and really been liking them that I've kind of forgotten to reach for this one. So the whole point of the video, I really need to reach for this more. It's just really nice. It's very effortless, easy to use. You don't really have to worry about putting too much on because it's quite buildable, which I really like in a bronzer because of my really fair skin. It can be kind of easy to go overboard with bronzer. So that's why I really love this one. But I think I love all of my bronzers, so I just need to remind myself to actively reach for this one. For highlight, I actually went with the Pixi by Petra Subtle Sunrise Duo. This is their highlight duo. I think it's the lighter of the two that they offer, but I feel like I haven't been reaching for this the last couple of weeks, and I think it's just because I've gotten some new ones and I've been reaching for those, but I really love this, and I would really like to hit pan in one of these shades. Probably this one. I think it has a little bit more use in it, but I just love this highlight. I usually will use kind of like both of them and go between the two with my brush, but yeah, really, really love this. Definitely don't want to forget about it in my collection. Okay, next up, this is a concealer from Too Faced. This is the Born This Way concealer, and I'm almost out of this. And again, I feel like I'm not reaching for it because I don't want to use it up. But I really need to stop having that mindset because I really do like this concealer, and it's taken me forever to go through this much product. I mean, it has so much product in this bottle, it's insane. I think it has about half of a typical foundation, which is so much more than a concealer usually has. This has 0.5 ounces, and I think a concealer typically has like maybe 0.2, maybe 0.15 or something like that. Like, it doesn't really have a lot of product, so this one I feel like is pretty impressive that I've used so much of it up. But that being said, I just need to actually use it and stop kind of savoring it because I could just get it again if I wanted to. And I have had this since 2020, so I need to use it. Certain products, I remember when I bought them, and like I can actually remember like the time of year and the actual year that I got them. This one I got because I had accidentally hit myself in the eye and given myself a black eye and needed a concealer that could cover it up to go to work because I didn't want to go to work with a black eye. So that's why I got this one, and I remember that being in the summer of 2020. The next one is a product that I have just raved about so much, but I feel like realistically I haven't really reached for it a lot lately. This is the Epic Ink Liner, the liquid one from NYX, and it's in the shade Brown. I really love this eyeliner, but I find myself in the mornings not taking the time to apply liquid liner, but this is such a good one. I think it might be running out of pigment because it's been like very light brown, a lot lighter than it usually is, or it used to be, I should say. But I really love this one. and I need to use it more. It's a true brown liner. It's honestly really, really pretty on the eyes, especially for every day when you don't want a black liquid liner, if that's maybe a little bit more harsh than what you're looking for in a sort of an everyday look. And I think a brown liquid liner is just so underrated. I've got one more lip product. This is from NYX. It's in the shade Minimalism, and it is one of their creamy lipsticks. This is such a nice shade. It's kind of like My Lips, but like a little bit more pink, and I think it's so pretty, but I haven't reached for it in a while, even though I do really like it. I think it might be because I've been leaning towards warm tones a lot more, and this pink kind of lends itself really nicely to cool tone shadow. So I think that's probably why, but I still really like that lipstick. Okay, I have not shut up about these lately, and I really need to continue using them. These are just products that sometimes I forget about because they're in single packaging, and especially during the week when I'm kind of in a rush for work. I say that a lot, but like I like my sleep and I don't wake up early enough to just have this huge morning routine. I get up, I slap makeup on my face, maybe make my lunch, and then get to work. But sometimes I don't even do that, so yeah. These are the single shadows from Ulta Beauty and Essence, and I just love these. So the Essence one has more pigment to it, whereas the Ulta Beauty one, at least the shade that I have in Buttercream, is more of just like a glitter kind of sparkly topper for any eye look that you have. But both of these just make your look so much extra special that I just love them so much. So I really, really need to just like keep these out on my vanity so that I will see them and want to use them and not forget about using them. So hopefully I can do that, and this video will help me with that. All right, we've just got 4 more products and they're all palettes. So let's jump into it. The first one is the Magic Mini by Juvia's Place. And I know the reason I haven't used this one lately is just because it's so colorful. And again, during the week, I don't really tend to lean more towards colorful makeup or more full coverage makeup, more glam makeup, whatever kind of fill in the blank you want to put there. I just really want to create some stuff with this again because I love, especially the shimmer shades in this palette, I feel like is where it really stands out. I love this purple shade. I really love all these blue tones with a little bit of like green in this one and gray in that one. Love it. Love this palette so much, but I just haven't been reaching for it. I don't know, you guys. I feel like I'm at the point now where I'm very excited with my makeup collection again. I had a good few months where I could kind of like refresh it. I added new products to it. I've got a palette on the way. I'm very excited for that, but I'm even more excited to just dig into the makeup that's in my vanity that I already have in my collection, which is why I'm so glad that I broke my low buy / no buy a few months ago. And we might be having an update about that soon. Subscribe to my channel if you want to hear more about that in a future video, but we've got 3 more palettes to talk about. 3 more palettes to talk about in this video. The next one is actually this one, which is kind of surprising. This is the Natasha Nona Glama palette. I have not reached for this but a couple of times in the last couple months, and it's because I've been so into warm tones. I just feel like a broken record at this point. But yeah, I have not been reaching for cool tones lately, which is just so surprising for me. I'm sure I'm going to be way more into cool tones in the winter again because I love a good grungy cool tone look in the winter time. But yeah, I have not been reaching for this. And the reason it's so surprising is that last year I used this palette. I think I used this palette like 60 times last year. I don't know. I did my eyeshadow palette ranking. I'll link that in the eye down below. I just had an updated one of that go live. So I'll try and link the one from the end of last year and then the one I just posted for you guys, because I love that series. I actually track how much I use my palettes. I track every single time I use them and then rank them. And this one did very well last year. But yeah, I haven't been reaching for it quite so much this year, even though it's still a favorite. Do not get me wrong. I still love that palette. Another palette that I really love, but I haven't been using, is the Persona Identity 1 palette. And I specifically love the shimmer shades in here. These 5 shades are my absolute favorites. I love the shimmer shades in this palette, and I really need to reach for it. The reason I don't reach for this palette very often is because the matte shades are quite deep for my skin tone and for my preferences. So sometimes I find myself wanting to like reach into a more lighter scaling neutral palette than this one. So it's a little bit more maintenance, which is why I have such a large pan on this shade called Humble, because if I go in with any of these mattes, I end up having to lighten it with this one that's close to my skin tone for pretty much every look I do with this. So what I really want to do is try and use some of these shimmer shades as a one and done shadow look, because I've been really itching for a nice one and done single shadow. But if I have those kind of shades in this palette, because these are probably the colors that I would go for a one and done look, I really want to try it with these shades. So hopefully I can keep you guys posted on that if it goes well, but I really want to remind myself to try those as a one and done shadow look. The last palette and the last product in this video that I really, really love, but I really need to use more, is the Give Me Glow Pastel Dreams palette. You guys know this is one of my all-time favorite palettes. I absolutely love this palette. I still think it's just so beautiful. But again, it's just obviously colorful, so I don't reach for these tones every day. Yeah, it's honestly such a shame because this palette is so incredible, especially the purples and the pinks are my favorites. I think the purple shades are my tip-top favorite. But again, I just haven't been reaching for color as much, so hopefully I will reach into this more moving forward. I really use this all year round. I don't care that, you know, it's almost fall. I know everyone's starting to get excited for fall. I love the fall and I love to wear pastels all year round, so I really don't care about that too much. But yeah, I really need to use this more. I love this one so much. But those are some products in my collection that I haven't reached for in a while, but I still love. I don't want you to think I've forgotten about them. If maybe any of these products you picked up because of my recommendation, I still love all the products I just chatted about with you guys, so don't get me wrong on that. But yeah, I do need to reach for them some more. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and also consider subscribing to my channel if you want to see more videos from me. But I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.